All right, so I'm going to record my whole strategy on how I put music in, get our slides done, and everything for Sunday's worship. All right, so first thing we do is go over to Planning Center. Let me get this all cleared out. Planning Center. Planning Center is kind of your starting point. This is where you put all your music in, the order of service, and then it sends it out to the worship team, and then we can download it onto this computer. So we'll log into Planning Center. All right, so we're already logged in. You'll have a password and log information. We go over here to Home, click on Services. Okay, so last Saturday we went ahead, last Saturday we put in this coming Sunday's information. So we want to look at our bulletin and just make sure everything matches up to the order. So you have your announcements, your welcome, our 2 songs, Nothing Without You, The Lion and the Lamb is what we have coming up, House of the Lord, our welcome, which it looks like our welcome is here, so we'll move that to there. See how you move it? You just grab it and move it around. It's pretty simple. House of the Lord, children's message, intercessory prayer, our tithing, the doxology, the Apostles' Creed, Glory Be to the Father song, the hymnal. You'll just leave this as new item. We'll enter that in when we get to the computer side of this. Choir anthem slide, scriptures, series, sermon. It's Communion Sunday, so we'll have these elements in here. And the praise team is singing Jesus Messiah. I'm going to ignore that update for right now. All right, so this all looks good for this Sunday's worship. All right, so back into our Pro Presenter. That's the little orange video looking icon right there. So you click on it. We'll go over here to the plus sign. Click on Planning Center Service, which was where we just were. Here is the week we were just looking at, and we'll select it. It takes a little bit. You see it spinning over here, so it's doing something. I'm hoping we can work through this, and then we'll do this update that it's telling us we have at some point here. I'm hoping we can enter this in first. All right, so you're getting to experience a little hiccup in Pro Presenter. So this happens, especially when there's an update. Our computer wants to update. There seems to have been a lot of updates lately, so let's go ahead and take care of this. Install update. Install and relaunch. Yes. I accept. Next, next, next. Install. Finish. All right. you're open back up. And try that again. See if it doesn't mess us up this time. ProPresenter is a great program. It does have some hiccups to it. From some of the other programs, I see a lot of hiccups. So for what this offers, it's okay to have to update every once in a while and get it all updated. So, okay. All right, let's try this again. We're going to go to the plus symbol, go to Planning Center Service. Since we've reopened it, we'll have to log in. I'm hoping that I'm blocking all of that here. Okay. Okay, so now we're back to that screen we saw a little while ago. Click on here, November 6th, select. Shut down on me. Let's go try that again. It's being finicky. It must be shy because it knows I'm recording it, so it's hiding. A little humor. Okay, all right, let's try this again. Go to plus sign, Planning Service, November 6th. Select. Let's see if it's gonna cooperate. Don't be shy. You're in front of the camera. You'll be all right. There we go. All right, so this is what we should see once we get it sent over here, linked over here. All right, so real easily, I've set up little tabs here that you saw when we were in this app right here. So this is exactly what this is, but now it's been transferred into this app. All right, so over here you've got a little search icon. You click on that. Announcements, these three bars here. This bar is what we have saved already. This is where you go where you need to download a new song. We don't use this one, so don't worry about that one. This one in the middle is if you got a new song that isn't already in here, and this is stuff that we have already saved. So our announcements are already saved. You just click on announcements, and then you click link right there. So now all of the slides have popped up. The next one is our welcome. It's the second one here that just says welcome. So we click on that and link. All right, Nothing Without You is a new song. So we're gonna have to use that center song. That's actually the song select tab. And I'm gonna go grab the music real quick if they have any copies. Actually, they don't. So I'm going to pull it up on my phone so I can make sure I have the right song selected. Because some songs have the same names and it can get confusing sometimes. So when I click, I'm gonna hold this up for you so you can see. So when I click on Nothing Without You, here is the song. It's by Mitch Dane Gospel. And here it is, Mitch Dane Goski. There it is. So I'm gonna click on that one, okay? And then import and link. All right, so since this is a new song, we're gonna set up our theme, which this should already be preset to the theme of Praise Lyrics right here. All right, press import. So here's the song. This is how it comes over to us. This isn't obviously what it looks like when we're finished. So to fix this, you see all these lines that are not connected. So we're gonna click on reflow up here. That gives us an easy view of all of these slides, and now we can fix them. So all I do is for each line, I bring it up in space. Bring it up, space. Bring it up, space. And I do that for every new song and the hymnals that we put in. If the song is already in here, this has been done already, so you don't have to worry about it. I think we'll have a few songs today that are already in here. Okay, make sure they're all, yeah, all right. So now you can see over here how it's all continuous. This helps it be more readable up there, and it especially helps when it's online and you have the words coming down at the bottom of the screen. It just keeps everything flowing together. If we had it spaced, it would be up into the people on the stage, the lyrics, so it wouldn't look right. So this is the way to do it. All right, show. I click show to get back. So now I want to get back to our plan. So I click here and scroll up to the song we're on, which you can get out there anyway, but if you're trying to adjust this. All right, now let's see if they have an order of music. I would suggest anybody new that's coming in that they ask the praise team to give them a printed copy with the order that they want the song in and leave it on the keyboard for you when you come in. So I would suggest that the praise team provide you with a printed copy with the order of the song at the top. So this will make things a lot easier for you. Right now we're in limbo with that. I'm sure that they can provide from Tuesday night's practice a sheet. Okay, so I don't see an order anywhere, but let's go ahead and just kind of figure this out so you can see how it's supposed to go. What you do is this middle button right here, if you toggle over, it says arrangements. See how it says arrangements? So we're gonna click on that, and now it's brought up what they call a master arrangement. We're gonna take this and click on new arrangement right here. And I call it Praise 2022, okay? Next year you can put Praise 2023, or choir if they're doing something with something special with their hymnal. All right, so we're gonna click okay. So now, if you see these all popped up right here, we can actually drag, like say there's probably gonna be chorus between verse 1 and verse 2. So I've put a chorus there. There's probably gonna be a chorus after verse 3, and then maybe after verse 4, okay? Tomorrow morning when I come in for Sunday, I'll be here during practice to make sure that that's correct. All right, the Lion and the Lamb. Click on the little search bar. Let's check our stock first with this tab. No, we don't have this in here, so we click on new. And again, we'll check our app to see which version they're using. They're using the Brenton Brown version, which is the very first one. So we'll click on that, we'll import. Check the slide, which should automatically, and it does come up as this theme. Now you can change things as you go along, but this is just how I have it set up. All right, we're gonna reflow again so we can fix all these boxes right. Okay. Keep going here. Keep cleaning them up. You can see everything in action on the right there, getting cleaned up as it goes. All right, we're gonna click show, November 6th, and find it over here to get it back here. All right. Again, we'll click on arrangements. We'll do new arrangements, Praise 2022. All right. Again, hopefully you'll have a list from the praise team showing what the order of music is. All right. All right, next on our list is welcome. Go back to what's installed. Go to welcome link. House of the Lord, I think, is in here. No, it's not. Okay. New song. I know that's for welcome, so I'm gonna click on that. Import. Reflow. Once you do this a bunch of times, it's repetitive, and it used to take me a long time, and it doesn't take me a long time now to get this all right for us, well, for you guys. There we go. You guys got me a little worried. Miss Susie is the only one who is trained to do this, and nobody has trained to go live or run cameras or volunteered to help Chuck with sound. So I'm hoping that you guys will be able to use these videos that I'm making to help you as people stepped up to try to help make this work. Okay. All right, show. Back to November 6th. This is really simple stuff. If you can operate a computer, it's pretty simple. All right, children's message. Back to our stock. There we go, children's time, which I've been wanting to fix that. I'll do that after this. Okay, children's time. Intercessory prayer, it's just prayer. Link. Tithes, link. Doxology. It's the old 100th one. There you go. Apostles' Creed, it's the very first one. Glory be to the Father, Meineke, it's that one. All right, choir hymns. So we have to look in our bulletin to see what this week's choir hymn is. 616. So what we're going to do, we have all of these hymns on here, but they're not set up. So they're in the file, so we're just going to type 616 up, and here it is. Come sinners to the gospel feast. We click there and link. Now you can see this doesn't look right. So we're going to click in this box to make sure we're selecting this and click reflow up there. All right, so now we're looking at this. Most of these hymns look like this. They got these big bold fonts, they got a space here, and they've split the verse into two boxes. We don't want to do that. Yes, it can look great, but it makes it hard for the operator out there to do it. So it's easier for them if it's all in one paragraph. They don't get lost, if that makes sense. You can get easily lost when you're in half of a verse and can't figure out where you're at. So we've made it to where it's all in one box and it continuously flows. So these boxes you can arrange them. So we're gonna just click in front of that little ye right there, and we're gonna do a backspace. Now it's brought it all into one box. And we're gonna do the same thing we did for the other songs with backspace, backspace, space, backspace, space, backspace, space, backspace, space, and we delete that little extra line there so it's centered. Bring that back up into there. Okay. If you just go down in order here, you can get it all together. There we go. So if you've ever seen Sunday morning where words are stuck together or there's a missing letter, this is what happens. It's not meant to happen, but it does. Okay, so now we're looking at it and it's still not right, is it? Because it doesn't have the right theme. You remember when we downloaded the other songs, we could pick the theme. Well, this already had a theme, so we're gonna fix that. What we do is we take our mouse and we left click on the screen and just drag over as we highlight all of these guys, okay? Now we're gonna right click on that mouse and scroll down to themes, praise lyrics, click. Look, now it's pretty again. All right, but we're still not right because these are square. They're not rectangular. So again, we make sure we're in the box. We're gonna go to edit this time, okay? So we go to edit. Now we're looking at this. Over here on this side, we have an option for size on screen. We want 1920 1080. Now it's changed all of those in that hymnal to that size screen. We click on show, and here we are. Now we still have another issue because this came from another computer. There's a question mark right here. We're gonna right click in this box, and it says remove action. So there's an action that was on here that we don't have on this computer, so it's not recognizing it. So we're just gonna remove the action, click in that box, and now that question mark is gone. All right. Another thing that we have to fix is, if you look here, there's a little copyright type writing in the back of that. To fix that, we're going to go to presentation and click on new slide. So now it's added this blank slide right here. We're going to grab the slide and move it to the front. Move to the front. Go. There we go. So now it's in the front. This now has those words on it, and the words are gone from here. That's what we want. Another thing that's happened is that is named that verse 1. But we don't want that, because if we did verse 1 again, we'd always have this silly blank slide. So we're going to right click on there and go to group and group that as a blank slide. And we'll have to regroup that one as verse 1. Okay, so now this song is looking pretty darn good. It's not missing anything. All right, we're gonna do that same thing to the other two songs that we put on here. House of the Lord, you see it's got all the little copyright stuff on there. So we go to presentation, new slide, take the slide and move it over to the front. We're gonna group it as a blank slide and regroup this one as verse 1. And then the same thing with this song. See, it's in there again. Presentation, new slide. Take this over. Go to themes or group, blank, group, verse 1. All right, and same with the song. So we'll presentation, new slide, slide that to the front, group it as a blank, and then group this one as verse 1. Okay, so now they're all cleaned up. All right, we have a lot of free motions down here. I'm gonna show you how to do that. So let's choose a motion for this song. I'm gonna choose this one. So all you do is grab the motion with your left clicker and then drop it on top of this slide. So now when you click on this slide, and then any slide after that, is gonna have that background on it, okay? That's a little too bright for the wall. That's okay, you probably see that. Let me show you something else. So here is one, not that one, let's do a different one. That one's cool, I like that. It doesn't move as fast as I thought it did. Let's find one that's really fast. All right, you see how that's not the actual speed, all right? So if I were to right click on this motion that's down here and click on inspector, over here, you have some options to control this. So if you click on the one here, I've got this playing at 24%. Its original, obviously, is at 100%, and it looks like that, right? Well, we don't want that much distraction, right? You can slow the play rate down to where it's just slowly moving. Okay, so I've already done that to the slide, and we're just gonna add it here. So now it's behind the thing, and it's moving at a slower rate. I really like the cloud one. The cloud one is nice. I'm gonna click the cloud one in there. See how the clouds are moving. I don't need to change anything with those. Okay, choir anthem. Just click on choir. There we go. Okay, scripture. So you got to go back to your bulletin, and I see that this week's is Acts 2:43 through 47. So at the top, we're going to click on Bible and type in the scripture that we need. And tab or enter. There we go. Oh, right here, enter. Okay, so there is the scripture. We're going to go to Set As, Save As Presentation. All right, we're going to go ahead and get the next one, which is Luke 22:14 through 20. Enter. Okay. All right. So now they're in our bank. They're not in here yet. We got to find them. So next we got to, oh, hold on. Let me tell you that again. So here's your new item for scripture. You click on search, and now we're going to search out Acts. And it was Acts 2:43 through 47. So there it is. Let me just click that. And then the next, you skip over series. That's going to be, I'll show you how to get that in a second. This is for, the new item is for your scripture. So the second scripture was Luke 22:14 through 20. There it is. Link. There we go. All right. We'll skip over the sermon and series right now. I've got to show you other steps for that. Now let's get to communion. Again, you push to search, and we want the first and second one. So there's number 1, link. And then number 2, link. And then benediction, or Jesus Messiah is the next song, which is in here, thank goodness. All right, so we'll link the song then it's not the right one. Of course. So we need to get the new one, Jesus Messiah. Chris Tomlin. Make sure we're on the right theme. And we are. We're going to write over that one that's in here to make it this. So if there's a song already in here that you want to replace, use the write over option. If you want to add a new song, just say new song. All right, so let's reflow this. All right. Over here. Okay. So now she's in there, but of course we have that thing going on. So let's put the slide in front of there. Group it as a blank slide. Group this as verse 1. There we go. An arrangement. Call this Praise 2022. All right. And I'm sure we got a chorus here. All right. And a benediction. Go forth and be blessed. Okay. All right. So I need to forward Jim's emails to us with his sermon slides. So just give me a minute to do that. Forward. Okay, so I'll forward them. So now I'm going to go into our email. So signed in. So I've sent myself the graphics to the media email here. All right, so here is this is a second picture that he wants during his sermon. So we're going to download, save this image as, and it should come up from what he's named it as, Spaces of Life. Okay, and then he had another email with this one. Wait a minute, I already have this saved. I need this one. Again, all right. So now we go back to the Planning Center. Okay, the series slide is, click on series picture, link. So this is his series that, like, for the next couple of weeks that he has going on. So this is like a slide you'll have for a while. It's one you'll reuse. Then we'll go over to sermon. We'll do sermon picture, link. All right, so we got to edit this because this was last week's sermon message. So we'll click in the box and click edit. We'll click on the picture, and over here you want to click replace and choose this week's sermon picture that you got. And then it replaced it. All right, but this week he wants a second one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over on this side, and we're going to right click and duplicate it. Okay, so now there's two of them. We're going to click in this one, the second one. We're going to select the picture and replace it with that other picture he wanted, Spaces of Life. So now both of his pictures are here. Let's go back, are here for Sunday. All right, so we have entered in everything for Sunday. Now we have to fix our announcements, because our announcements are going to be a little bit different. There might be some different things going on different days, different prayer requests, etc. All right, so you look through your bulletin, and we'll go ahead and click on one of these and click edit, so I can bring up our edits. All right, we're going to edit all these before we go back. So the welcome to Sharon is not going to change. The pew boxes or children activity boxes isn't going to change. Tai G, let's see, I think Tai G was changing something. Let's see if there's still, I do not see Tai G in here anymore. So I'm wondering, they're taking a break. All right, we're gonna take away this slide for now. We're gonna right click on that slide and delete it. All right, it's gone. Trunk or treat is over. We're gonna right click and delete. Okay, we're still wanting people to join the choir. New team launches next week. That stays. Yep, soundboard training. The praise team has prayer. Sunday school teachers. This is over, so we're gonna delete that. Still need volunteers there. Take money for signs. We still have job openings. Shoe boxes. I think we're still got that stuff going on. All right, now let's look at the schedule. So Monday, as per the bulletin, we have 9 a.m. scouts, tops, and 6:30 p.m. Cub Scouts. So enter brings, now to get these little bullets, if you go over here to text and click in list. So this is going to give you like a list bullet. It's pretty simple. 6:30 p.m. Cub Scouts Central, I can spell, Central Meeting Room. And I do like to have an extra space there between the two things going on. All right, so Monday's done. All right, let's look at Tuesday. Tuesday at 8, we have women's prayer group. 9:30 kaleidoscope. 6:30 praise band, but there is no Cub Scouts that day. So we're just going to click in here and highlight that and delete it. There we go. Wednesday we have 10:30 pastor's Bible study, 6 o'clock supper, 6:40 the youth are heading to Dixon's Chapel this week for revival. Spell check. Spell check's great. Right. 6:45. This is conversations with Pastor Jim. We got that, and then we'll delete this out because we're not meeting in the youth room this week, and it's not on there. There we go. 7:30. choir practice. All right, Wednesday's done. Let's look at Thursday. Thursday at 6 a.m. Ooh, the men are getting up early. They're having a United Methodist men dinner. UMM breakfast, sorry, breakfast, not dinner. Breakfast. One o'clock prayer shawl is next. 5:30 Living Grace, 5:30 Family Grace, and then at 7 worship team meeting. Okay. All right, that's everything that's going on Thursday. Friday. We've got 2 things going on at 7 p.m. We've got this and youth pilgrimage lock-in. Okay. Okay. We don't always have something going on Saturday, but so we're going to duplicate this slide for Friday and make this Saturday. Duplicating a slide is easier than making a new slide, especially if the content that's inside is what you want and you just want to change it. So pilgrimage youth lock-in is just continuing on through the weekend. Okay. All right. Next slide we have is our giving and attendance report. All we need to do is just change your date up here to, this one is October 30th. Okay. All right. Sometimes I just take my pencil and mark off what I've already added. So worship for last week was 132. Sunday school was 54. Online was 191. Okay, Sunday school offering was 309. That's the same. The general fund is 2938.05. Digital sign, we did $5 that week. Legacy Youth, 50. We didn't have a mission, but we did have capital improvement. And that was 60. Okay. Let's add in family meal. That was 134. Disaffiliation was 25. And the last thing was shoe boxes. Oops. Okay, and the total was $3,212.05. All right, so that's done. Okay. I'm going to email myself the bulletin so I can copy and paste these prayer requests without having to retype them all. Nope. Okay, so now we get into an email. So receive, there's the bulletin. Okay. I want to view it and find those names and copy them. C, if you don't know how to do that, it's Control C and Control V. And then we just reach in here and boop, there they are. And I try to put a tab in between each name so it's not random curvy down. Just adds a separation to the people. All right, what church we're praying for is Kuwait. Okay. All right. Now we're just going to look through the bulletin and make sure there's nothing new that we need to add, like a new slide. I don't see anything. So let's go to show. Okay. We are almost, we're like 95%. We need the list from the praise team that tells us what the order of music is. Yeah. All right, I'm going to stop the video right there. We've looked at how to look at Planning Center. Make sure the order that is in here is the same as what we got in our bulletin for the week. We go to Planning Center, we download that into here. There's November 6th. And then each one we click into the little search bar and get each item. We went over how to download new music, how to fix the slides, how to get your scriptures in, how to get the pastor's pictures in for the weeks for his sermons. We've talked about communion and how to get those in. And we used the first two of the page 012 in the hymnal. And that's it. All right, so hopefully this helps you guys out.